Our actions have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to the world of assassination and the subscriber contracts. And today's contract, YouTube's Last Chance, set in Littleton Creek, and the contract ID is on the screen now for anyone who wishes to have a crack at it, and has been supplied to us today, courtesy of jhjojo. So on to our briefing. Good morning, Agent Anubis. A magnificent contract has come up with brutal targets. These targets are trying to get you banned on YouTube, and that means the whole world will suffer. We can't let this happen. I'll leave you to prepare. So moving on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them, with no stipulations on how we dispatch them or what we wear whilst we do so, so we have a free map. And for today's challenge, we'll be starting at the default location, and we'll be bringing with us a silenced pistol and a micro remote taser. So right from the start and off the bat, the first thing we're going to do is select our remote taser, and we're going to place it on the floor just by this fire hydrant here. This is why I bring the micro one, because no one spots it. If you bring the normal sized one, everyone sees it and goes and gets a guard. The micro one is invisible. So once we have placed our micro taser on the ground, we're going to head over to Nolan Cassidy's garage and collect the wrench from the shelf there, and then we're going to return to the fire hydrant, and we are going to loosen the valve. Now do be aware, there is a young lady who will be passing this area anytime now. She's a jogger. There she is. So just keep a weather eye out on her, just in case your timing is slightly different from mine and she may be a little bit closer than she was for me. So once we loosen the valve on the fire hydrant, that will get the attention of our first target, and when he comes over to investigate, we can trigger the remote taser. So one target taken care of. He won't be writing to YouTube any time again soon. So next up, we are going to make our way to James Batty, and we are going to go around the long way. So we want to go in the far side of the garden here, around where the garbage collection man usually hangs out. So we're just going to hop over the fence here, make our way to the corner of the building, and you can see the light just ahead of us on the pathway. We're just going to shoot that, and then just around the corner we find a tap with a hose, and if we turn on the tap and then move away a safe distance, just under the window here should be enough. Mr. Batty will be leaving his porch, and he will notice the sprinkler going off, and when he comes over to turn the sprinkler off, he will walk through the puddle, and that makes 2 down. Now I wonder how he's using his Wi-Fi all the way out in the garden here. Right, so 2 targets down. Let's move on to target number 3, the animal lover Dr. Lafayette, or Nurse Lafayette, as Dr. Lafayette is currently in Sapienza trying to deal with a neurotic. So we're just going to run all the way over to the creek and the creek shed. There is that same young lady jogging around the block, and we are following in her footsteps. So once we get to the creek shed, there is our target. He's going to go and feed the ducks, and we're waiting for the guard just leaning on the shed there to move away. And as soon as the guard moves away from the shed, we can then ring the bell on the bike, which will summon our victim to us. So as the guard is wandering off, we're just going to ring the bell. That's going to get Lafayette's attention. We're going to hide it in the bushes, and when he comes over to investigate, we can duck out and plant 2 in his back. There we go. So 3 targets down, 2 to go. We're just going to hide Lafayette's body because there are other people around, namely that jogger lady and I believe another one somewhere. So we're just going to hide him in the crate here so no one spots him. Opposite the crate we find a propane cylinder, and it wouldn't be Whittleton Creek without at least one explosion. So with the propane cylinder we're now going to head past the Hanson's house, which is the house just to our right here with the boat outside. We want to cut through the front garden. Here is our next target, and we're just going to hop over the fence here. We're going to open the garden gate and then throw our propane cylinder into the corner there while our target is just leaving. That will cause him to come and investigate, and when he does we can close the garden gate door behind him and we can then plant 2 in his back. Bit something like this. There we go. Nice and quiet, mate, don't make a noise. There we go. So we're going to retrieve our propane cylinder. I'm going to hop back over the fence so we don't have to open the gate, and then we're going to head for Helen West's house, and this is where things may get slightly trickier depending on your timing. So we're going to hop over the garden fence and around into the bushes here. It looks like our non-target gardener has just arrived in the bathroom to urinate, and our target has just moved away from the shed, so we can move forward and we're going to throw our propane cylinder over against the side of the shed there and make our way back round the side of the house. That has got the attention of our target. I wasn't expecting that. I was just going to throw the propane cylinder so it was in position, but as opportunity is knocking, we will take said opportunity to eliminate our final target. You may have to wait around, especially if the other guard or gardener guard in this area is around, but we managed to time that absolutely perfectly. So all we have to do now is to make good our escape, and the nearest available safe exit will be the bus stop exit. So we're going to head there right away and hope we're not waiting too long for our bus home. We need a coffee. So there we go, one more subscriber contract taken care of. This one was quite fun and I definitely enjoyed the briefing for this one. Very, very entertaining. So we have confirmation all of our targets were eliminated according to plan, and we get our silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.